Hello, Fellow-litas. Thank you guys so much for bearing with me during my last video. I know the audio was abysmal. I'm still experimenting with things. I'm trying not to break the bank here, and I'd really like to make this $25 microphone work. So instead of wearing it, I have jury-rigged it to be on this mirror that I had lying around that seemed to be the right height. I hope you can hear me loud and clear now. Anyway, how are you? I'm doing great. I didn't have any specific videos planned for this week, but after staring into my closet for about an hour in my pajamas, I just shrugged and said, okay, whatever. Another 3 Coords 1 dress video will have to do. And what should that dress be? Well, let me see if you can guess based on the blouses I have lined up behind me. Popularly coordinated with red, blue, also would go well with this mustard yellow, and has ivory accents. If you looked at the blouses behind me and thought, ooh, bet she's gonna do a honey cake video, you would be correct, my friend. The honey cake print by Angelic Pretty is absolutely iconic, and as luck would have it, there is a plus-size, friendly-ish version of this print that Angelic Pretty re-released as a made-to-order. In 2019, I was so focused on my wrestling stuff that I totally missed the boat on this release, but almost a year ago now, I managed to find this dress in yellow, which is my preferred colorway, and the matching head bow on Lace Market. In that time, I've only coordinated it twice, and I was never happy with the coordinates I did make, so I figure it's about time to try again. I've got 4 lovely blouses here, of which I'm going to be using 3. This first blouse is from Peacock Alorum on Etsy. Highly, highly recommended for plus size and swolitas. This was custom made with my preferred fabrics and trims. I sent them my measurements. A couple months later, this arrived on my doorstep, and it is so beautiful. Red is a super common color to have in honey cake coordinates. I've only done gold and ivory so far, so today we're giving red a go. The second blouse I've got is this blue one right here. This is by Cream and Sugar Lolita. It is their cut sew re-release. This is the 2X size. I was kind of between sizes. I thought XL would be too small on me. Turns out it is a bit on the roomy side for me, but that is just fine. I've actually never had a cut sew before, so I'm really excited to give this blue thing a try. I haven't coordinated that blouse yet, so we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping it looks really nice under honey cake. Now for the third coordinate, I've got this lovely furry coat that I'm going to be wearing. I'm not sure which of the last 2 blouses I'm going to use, but I'll tell you about them both now. Both of them are from Unique Vintage, and the yellow one is, in fact, another version of the bow tie blouse that I use all the time for all of my videos. The yellow does seem to match a lot of the different yellow hues and kind of orangey mustardy hues, so I think that'll look really nice. I don't know how warm it's going to be, I don't know how comfortable it's going to be, and I wanted to have some flexibility. So I pulled out another Unique Vintage blouse. This is a high neck, kind of more classic blouse, and since I know ivory works so beautifully for honey cake in yellow, I feel like that's a pretty safe bet too. We'll see which of the 2 blouses plus the JSK fits best under this coat, and then we'll go from there. Let's get this show on the road. 3 Coords. Number 1. Let's go. Right off the bat, I gotta say I totally get why everyone coordinates this dress with bright red. Let's talk about the coordinate breakdown. As I stated before, my blouse is by Peacock Alorum on Etsy. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And as you can see, it is so roomy, it is so comfortable, and the red is so vibrant. I specifically bought this blouse with this dress in mind. I'm thrilled that they look this good together. Matching the blouse, I've got some tights in bright red by Snag Tights. This is a great plus size and tall inclusive brand. Also tying in the red theme is my glasses from Zenny Optical, my Merry Smile Ita beret, and yes, it did come with a clear pocket. It's an Ita beret, just like Ita bag. I added the bows and the cutlery, which I got at Daiso. I just thought that would be a really cute way to tie in the other colors of the cord with the hat. Accessory wise, I've got a yellow velvet ribbon from the Lolita collective, a strawberry daisy necklace from BB&B Deco, handmade wrist cuffs, Blouse, a red rose ring from the Lolita collective, and a gumdrop and biscuit ring that I made myself. This is my shorter A-line petticoat from Me Likes Tea, and my shoes are off-brand, and I've embellished them with ribbon bow hair clips. One other thing to note is that I do have the straps halter tied. This dress is very short on me at 6 feet tall, so I kind of have to wear it in halter style no matter what. If you're a tall Lolita and you have trouble getting this adjustable straps to be long enough for you, I really recommend just halter tying it. There's not enough fabric. You can even use a clothespin, like a safety pin. That's going to buy you a couple inches, and I really recommend it. So yeah, pretty simple, straightforward. I do gotta say, I love it. This is not too far off from my usual style. If you're looking to support an independent brand, definitely check out Peacock Alarum. I feel like I don't get nearly enough use out of this blouse as I should. It's literally one of my favorites. It's so comfortable. Fabric is super soft and the ruffles are just gorgeous. I honestly don't know why I'm not wearing this thing every video. For those of you who need something very comfortable and simple, getting a shoe with a wedge is a really good way to go. And the bow is literally just attached by an alligator clip. When I have a coordinate that's really top heavy and I need to add a little more detail or interest to my shoes or leg area, I find that this is a really great way to just add a little tiny detail, and these bows are so useful. They come in sets of 2. You can get them in all sorts of colors. I know the Lolita collective has them. I think I got my set from AliExpress. Here's a better look at the beret. I'm an acquaintance of the creator of the brand through cosplay. This is not sponsored, but I do gotta say I'm a huge fan of her work, and I really think you guys should support it because look at how cute this is. And if you want more rings like the ones I've made, check out my lace market. I made a ton of them, and I am going to be listing a ton of them because I can't possibly use them all. Suppose the time has come for our second coordinate. How will the blue do? We shall see. Just as soon as we were ready to start filming this part, it started raining and the rain was too hard for us to stay outside. I guess enjoy this little peek into my condo. The cream and sugar Lolita Cutso is a little big on me, but under a JSK, it's very hard to tell. I find it to be quite comfortable. Because I don't have a whole lot of blue in my wardrobe, I decided to also play with pinks in this print. So what else am I coordinating this with? Well, I've kept the petticoat the same, but I've swapped the tights out for these beautiful Trans Pride flag socks by Sock Dreams. On my head, I have another one of my Spicy Donuts berets, this time in pancake form. It is so cute and so fun to wear with this dress. My shoes are authentic Vivienne Westwood rocking horse shoes. They did a partnership with Melissa. These are a size 10 and I'm usually a 10.5 to 11, but for some reason they just fit. It's like Cinderella over here. My wrist cuffs are the workhorses of my wardrobe, seen in several of my other videos. The Dawn and Morning Dew Rose wrist cuffs. I've got my off-brand ring, and my other rings are handmade, including a blue sour gumdrop, a Be Mine heart, and a cinnamon bun. My earrings are from Interspecies Friendship. I got them on the Lolita collective, and my necklace is a collar by In Control Clothing. What do you think of this one, Lyrical Bunny? Compared to the first coordinate, I would say this one's way more experimental, but I also really like that about it. I do tend to prefer to coordinate with a ton of color as opposed to not a lot of color or focusing on one color. I find the cut of the neck on this a little hard to reconcile when wearing the dress in halter formation. I don't know how different it would be if you were wearing it with your strap straight up and down, and because I'm not sure I was able to get a good enough shot with my cat here, there's a closer up look at the Melissa and Vivienne Westwood rocking horse shoes. All of this is like rubbery plastic. I find them really surprisingly comfortable, but I've worn them a bunch since I first got them, and they have been so easy to clean. They're basically in brand new condition. I love these things, and they still smell like roses, even though I've had them for 5 years. Highly recommended if you can find one in your size. It's kind of a Lolita status symbol to be able to wear Vivienne Westwood, so, you know, if you can, join the club, okay? And yes, I should clarify that while I am wearing the Trans Pride line of socks from Sock Dreams, I am not in fact trans, but I feel a lot of trans solidarity because I get mistaken for trans all the time. I take it as a compliment. This is not my pride to claim, just to ally with, if that makes sense. I collect a lot of stuff that looks like trans pride stuff because I just love those colors. If anything, this coordinate has really shown me how much blue I need to add to my wardrobe. I hope y'all don't mind that I'm bending the coordination hues just a little bit, but I think the head to toe look still works, and yeah, I would say I'm happy with it. All right. Coord number 3. Still not sure which of those 2 blouses I am going to use, but I guess we'll see in a moment, won't we? Surprise, surprise! For once, I did not choose the bow tie blouse. I ended up going with the lace ivory blouse from Unique Vintage. I just thought that the long sleeves peeking out the bottom of the coat would look so fabulous. The way I'm dressed, you'd think it was the dead of winter in a snowy area, but I live in the Bay Area, and while it may be rainy, it is actually still quite warm. This coat is 100% ethical and sustainably sourced tribble fur. This was made by Think Geek, and it does have tribble print fabric lining and a textured tribble fur outer shell. I know it's not specifically intended for Lolita purposes, but the rich caramel brown of the fur really accents the caramel browns present through the honey cake print. Actually, why don't we take this off? It's getting really hot in here, especially with a wig so fluffy as this one. Here's how the blouse looks standing on its own. I've never seen this kind of blouse worn with honey cake before. I think it looks really nice. From the top down, my head bow is, of course, the matching honey cake head bow from Angelic Pretty. Under that, I've got Me Likes Tea red ribbon clips as well. The earrings are yet another pair by Interspecies Friendship via Lolita Collective, and these ones have little gold spoons on them. For jewelry, I've got this BB&B Deco chocolate bagel, which is absolutely delectable looking. I'm a Jewish Lolita, so this bagel necklace is as close as I'm getting to my culture being represented in this fashion. My socks are by Baby the Stars Shine Bright. They're supposed to be OTKs, but not when you're 6 feet tall and plus size. The shoes are off-brand, and I do not recommend them. They have no tread whatsoever, and I have been slipping and sliding all over my house trying to film this. I've got them topped off with some off-brand hair clip bows, and my rings are also, once again, a mix of Lolita Collective rings and handmade rings. So yeah, this faux fur is so lovely. I totally adore the way that it's a little bit textured. And the coat itself is quite plus-size friendly, partially because it's already a large size. This is the 2XL, and partially because it's got this completely open front that only clasps up at the top. I would definitely wear that to a meetup if I was going out in the cold. This wig is the star of the show. It totally stole the show. I feel like one of those Cocker Spaniels, maybe, or pink poodle. Anyway, enough about the wig. Let's talk about what everybody actually wants to hear about, which is this blouse. This is another one from Unique Vintage. It's supposed to have the collar staying up like this, but for some reason, it just never wants to do that. I think it's a little too loose on me. So while I can't really get it to stay up unless I specifically tie a ribbon around it, which gets a little uncomfortable, I take to just wearing it kind of folded down, which in this case, I think looks really nice with the way I've had to halter tie this dress. It can be really hard as a plus size Lolita to find things that will cover your chest, and since apparently having a chest is so controversial that it starts ruffle chat arguments, it's nice to have options like this in your wardrobe. Just another one in a long line of fabulous Loliable tops from Unique Vintage. This one's got built-in wrist cuffs, And of course, I'm sure you're all wondering, what in the heck's up with this bag? I don't usually focus on bags too much for my at-home coordinates. This one was too perfect to not include. This is a new convertible purse from Cotton Candy Feet. They make large size friendly shoes, and I bought some things from them. They were also running a pre-order for this bag at the time, and I could not resist getting a bag that would for sure match my gold shoes. Honestly, I could spend an entire video just talking about this, and if that's something you think you want, comment below. It seems like a very functional purse. I really wish that I was allowed to go to a meetup or something. Let's all get vaccinated soon, Fellow-litas. I want to go see you. Well, that's all 3 Coords. I hope that if you, like me, were kind of tired of seeing honey cake everywhere, that maybe the very weird ways in which I have styled it have inspired you to maybe branch out on your own and try something new for yourself with honey cake. And for my fellow plus-size Lolitas, note that this is the 2019 MTO round JSK. That's the one that goes up to 123 centimeter bust. That does seem accurate. It is, however, still pretty short. Certainly none of you need me to convince you to buy from Angelic Pretty when they release something that is plus size friendly like this. Let's just hope that they release more stuff that is more accommodating in size. I wish that they would offer multiple sizes, but Angelic Pretty's gonna Angelic Pretty, right? Hope this didn't feel like a filler episode, especially after last one was so emotionally tense for me. I just wanted to do something relaxing and kooky and fun. I think mission accomplished. Which coordinate of these three was your favorite? I don't know which one's my favorite, honestly. I feel like they all have different things going for them. A blend of these three coordinates might actually be like the sweet spot. I mean, that pancake beret with the red tights and the Vivienne Westwood shoes and this bagel. But let's give Honey Cake a break for now. It's done a good job. It can rest. If you would wear even one of these coordinates, do me a favor and hit the like button, and I will see that I am on the right track as far as what to make in future videos. If you thought this was helpful and interesting, please know that I make videos like this every week, and I try to upload promptly Saturday mornings. So yeah, please subscribe and stick around. Every Saturday I'll have something new for you. I'm Ellie Vyra. This has been 3 Coords with 1 Dress, and you have been an awesome viewer. Catch you in the next one.